Hello and a warm welcome to Federal special program Capital Beat. It's 7 days to the Maharashtra results, but still the government formation looks unlikely with a new twist in the Maharashtra tale. According to the reports, Eknath Shinde is very angry with BJP. Apparently, there was a meeting of Mahayuti which he did not attend, and he has gone off to his village at Satara. Now, what the reports are saying, and a few Shiv Sena leaders have been speaking to the press, and they have said that apparently the deadlock is over the home and the finance portfolio. There are also reports that Eknath Shinde doesn't want to accept Devendra Fadnavis as the chief minister. So, how will this deadlock be broken? And just a short while back, the swearing-in date has been declared as 5th of December, I'm told. So, will Shinde walk out of the Mahayuti government, or is there a possibility of any kind of rapprochement between BJP and Eknath Shinde? Also, there are some reports which I'm sure our guests can confirm, that apparently there were few names on which Eknath Shinde was sticking his guns on. For example, Abdul Sattar, Sanjay Rathod, and Deepak Keskar. And Shinde was firm on these names, and BJP has outrightly rejected these names. So I'm just wondering how this deadlock will be broken. Let's go straight into the discussion. Joining me now is Sushil Vyas, who's the spokesperson of Eknath Shinde. Thank you so much, Sushil sir, for joining. It's wonderful to have you on the program. We have senior political commentator and veteran journalist Anurag Chaturvedi with us. Thank you so much, Anurag ji, for joining. And we have Sanjay Jog, veteran journalist from Maharashtra. Let me begin with the conversation today with Sushil Vyas, because everybody wants to know as to what is really happening in the Eknath Shinde camp. Sushil, if I could just ask you that, is there a possibility of any kind of rapprochement, or Eknath Shinde will stick to his guns? He's not going to accept Devendra Fadnavis as the chief minister. And what is the deadlock all about, if you could explain that? Yes.
Niluji, namaskar. See, it is known fact to the entire nation that the present election of Assembly of Maharashtra was fought under the dynamic leadership of Eknath Shinde, and we won with a huge majority. So thereafter, it was also decided that once the elections are over, all the top leaders of three parties will sit together and by unanimously decide the name of new chief minister. And accordingly, day before yesterday night at Delhi, in the residence of Amit Shahji, meeting took place of 2.5 hours. Detailed discussions were taken place, and thereafter, when Eknath came out of that meeting, journalists asked him what happened, what transpired in the meeting. He said nothing. Everything went on smoothly. There is no displeasure. There is no dissent. Tomorrow again, means yesterday, we are going to meet in Mumbai and we'll finalize so many remaining things. Unfortunately, he had some personal work or some other assignments, so he has to rush to his native village at Satara. He could not attend yesterday's meeting. So there is no displeasure or discontentment, any dissent voice as such in the Mahayuti is concerned. Now, secondly, there are some technicalities are involved, Neluji. See, you know that once to decide the chief ministerial face, we have to first elect our legislature party leader. Now, likewise, we have elected Eknath Shinde already 3 days back as our legislative party leader. Ajit Pawar got of NCP, they have elected Ajit Pawar as a leader. But where is the leader of BJP? They have to decide first their leader of BJP. They have not yet summoned their meeting of newly elected MLAs. They have to elect their leader. Unless they elect their leader, how can someone decide the face of chief minister? So that technically is there.
But Sushilji, you are saying that apparently there is no anger. Eknath Shinde is not disgruntled about anything, and now you are waiting for BJP to make the first move.
No, we are not waiting for any BJP to make a first move, but BJP has to comply with the legal formalities, namely electing of their legislature leader, which they have to do, which they are taking time of. See, unless they elect their leader, how can there be someone we call as a chief minister? So
Sushilji, forget electing the leader. But what I want to ask you is that Is Eknath Shinde angry? And is there a deadlock over the portfolios? Is there a deadlock over the post of the CM? Because everybody, Sanjay Shirshat, your own leader, has said that, he was unhappy because he didn't get the post which he wanted. And then there was also a deadlock over the finance and the home portfolios. So are these reports incorrect? You dismiss those reports?
As far as officially Shiv Sena briefing is concerned, I have never heard all this thing. But I can tell you one thing with full uh, uh, officially authority at my command, being the official spokesperson of the party, Eknath Rao Shinde was the person who has led this victory. He is a captain of the team, and there is no dissent, no displeasure. It was decided. Whatever Modi ji and Amit Shah ji will decide is agreeable to all three parties of this alliance. No, there is no second thought on this.
All right. Okay. Now let me come to Sanjay ji, and then I'll come to Anurag ji also. Sanjay, what is your assumption about the manner in which the things are unfolding? There is a Mahayuti meeting which was supposed to be held. Eknath Shinde doesn't attend that meeting. He goes to his village all of a sudden. Then there are reports coming out about the deadlock over the portfolio, and he's angry that he didn't get the post of the CM. Then his leaders also start talking. Then there are some reports which are being floated on the social media. I'm sure somebody's planting it. Are things so simple as far as Eknath Shinde is concerned?
Not at all. One thing be very clear. Mr. Shinde is certainly not happy the manner in which the entire thing is happening. Even though, he was compelled to hold a press conference 3 days ago saying that he is not going to be a hurdle, obstacle, or a speed breaker, because I was there at the press conference, and he certainly say that he will abide by, quote unquote, by the decisions taken by the Prime Minister as well as Home Minister, Amit Shah, with regard to the Chief Minister's post. But the real issue remains whether he is ready to accept to join the government as a Deputy Chief Minister. He is completely silent on that. When we asked whether you won't be joining here, are you happy to get rehabilitated with the induction of yours in the central cabinet? He was non-committed. Third question was posed to him whether in that scenario, would you like your son, who is currently the Kalyan MP in Lok Sabha, would be descended to Mumbai and be given a Deputy Chief Minister's post? Again, he was non-committed. To put the story in short, Mr. Shinde is certainly not happy to join the government at this point in time as the Deputy Chief Minister.
Let me come to Anurag ji. Anurag, how would you really read the current situation, given the deadlock, given the mood of Eknath Shinde? Do you think that there is a possibility that Eknath Shinde might just walk out of the alliance? Because last evening there were reports that apparently he's tried to meet Sharad Pawar. I don't know if Sushil can really endorse that. But how would you read the current deadlock in the Mahayuti?
From BJP point of view, I think Eknath Shinde is the villain of the piece. But from the opposition, from the Sharad Pawar side, from the Uddhav side or Congress side or Aghadi side, he may be very soon the hero or the man who can turn the tables. So, and he has a robust common sense. He's a brave, fearless man. If you see his eyes and if you see that Eknath Shinde is a politician and he has learned his politics at Thane, with the Bal Thackeray. So I feel that Shinde is very unhappy because BJP treated him very badly, and especially the way they treated Uddhav Thackeray. In same way they are treating Shinde also. So, and Shiv Sena has this attitude that our man should be at the top at this juncture. And yesterday, I was hearing Vyas ji and Sushil ji, and he was saying that what is wrong? I think my face is not visible. Sanjay's face is visible.
No. Yeah, you are clearly visible, sir. Go ahead, please.
Okay. So, so in that case, if when Shinde was Chief Minister, he has given Home Ministry to none other than the Devendra Fadnavis. So asking for home ministry is not a sin. BJP is too big brotherly, too authoritarian, and they think that power lies in the home ministry. So Shinde is claiming home ministry is, I think, just a excuse. Actually, he's very annoyed. He wanted, they promised him to be the next chief minister, whatever, like Nitish Kumar. But now BJP is changing the track. BJP never expected that they are going to cross 132, or even the Mahayuti will be at 230. So the problem is that I don't think that Eknath Shinde is in talking terms, or he has taken some kind of excuse to go to Satara, and he's not talking, and dialogue has been broken up between Shinde and BJP. BJP and Shinde is not ready to work out with Fadnavis. So Ajit Dada is for Fadnavis, Shinde is not for Fadnavis. Previously, they wanted to, some news were that they suggested like Bhajan Lal Sharma or Yadav or Mohan Yadav of Madhya Pradesh. So they wanted these persons or unknown person or first time MLA as a chief minister of Maharashtra, but they refused. Shinde and Fadnavis, Ajit Dada. So I think now the problem is with BJP. BJP has to first elect their legislative leader, which they are reluctant, and Shinde is putting more pressure on BJP, on Fadnavis, and I think Modi and Shah are also tactically supporting Shinde, because BJP is such a centralized party with Modi Shah. There are only two persons who can decide about the fate of any chief minister. But I am very amused that 7 days have passed and nothing has happened. And Godi media is also very silent, because they can't speak. All the news are coming from channels like you. And I feel that BJP and Shinde have a stressful relationship, and it is going to be they have to resolve the problem. Shinde is saying that appoint my son as a deputy CM. I will support from outside. He is telling them about the possibilities of politics, what can be happen, and BJP is not prepared, because BJP thought that for 2.5 years we have given him lot of power, lot of financial support. So Shinde has a financial support, but he is seeking power. This is a power game, and in Maharashtra, I think it's a linger on 5th December. I still feel that 5th December is still far away.
Right.
Can I complete?
I was coming to you, Sanjay, and also with a question, and then you can complete your point where you were. That there were some people in the morning room with whom I spoke, and in Mumbai, of course, and then they said that this could be a tacit game between Shinde and BJP to cut Fadnavis to size. If there has to be a message sent by the BJP to Fadnavis, that obviously he should not be in the league of those chief ministers who won a second term, almost like Yogi Adityanath. They've already burned their fingers. So do you see any kind of a tacit game which is being played out, which people are unable to understand? There were some people who started talking on this line as well. So if you could just confirm that as well, and also complete your previous point. Yes.
Yeah, Nilu, that is the point being discussed. But had it been a scenario wherein the Mahayuti would have reached between, say, 170 or 180, then, as you rightly said, Fadnavis would not have been the choice for the chief minister's post. And there was another angle which was floated within the BJP, was whether Maharashtra is ready to accept again a Brahmin chief minister. Quite interesting, angle being discussed internally. But the scenario has completely changed now. Fadnavis is the front runner and the only front runner to take it to that level and become the chief minister. Number one. Second, very interestingly, at this point in time, look at it. In a corporate world, as this is known because I've been tracking corporate and finance, the first mover choice is always being looked at as the choice, and they get the preference. Look at, on Saturday last, the results were pouring in. After that, on Sunday morning, NCP was the first to hold the legislature party meeting. and elect basically Ajit Pawar as their leader. And they went on record. Their veteran minister Chhagan Bhujbal and Anil Bhaidas Patil, who was the chief whip, they came on a record completely advocating and proposing that the Mahayuti's new government should be held by Devendra Fadnavis, no other than that. Thirdly, very interestingly, by that time, Shinde is keeping quiet. Although his spokesperson were definitely coming on TV channels suggesting that it is Mr. Shinde, as Mr. Sushil said, he is a natural claimant to be the chief minister because under his leadership, slew of development and welfare schemes were implemented, of course, along with the allies. But he clearly said at the press conference, I may become or may not become, but I have got a unique identity being a Ladla Bhau, a beloved brother. So whether he is happy or not, that's a question. Another question that comes into mind, or within the party as well as outside that, is he really prepared to become a deputy chief minister? Nilu, as a chief minister, you have got any number of, Anurag has covered Maharashtra. Being a Maharashtra chief minister is like, as a big state, having a chief ministership and descending down to become a deputy chief minister, Nilu, to tell you for the readers and the viewer.
Oh, but the BJP, Sanjay, but the BJP can get back and say that, look, this is what we did to Fadnavis as well. So why should Eknath Shinde make a hue and cry about that? The Fadnavis was CM, then he was made the deputy CM. So the same formula would apply to Eknath Shinde as well.
But the Nilu, that is the difference between the BJP and Shiv Sena. Mr. Shinde may have had a very, like a quote-unquote rivalry with his earlier boss, Uddhav Thackeray. But he is seeing what has happened to Uddhav Thackeray now, with BJP on their side for 25 years. And now where is Uddhav Thackeray? So he may be, and a lot of newly elected Shiv Sena leaders to whom I have been talking, of course, informally, they are of the view that if we go, you may not know, yesterday and today also, as Mr. Shirsat has said, that it is quite obvious and natural that if at all Mr. Shinde takes it as a deputy chief minister, Shiv Sena should get Home Department, Urban Development Department, and a couple of other departments, to which BJP is reluctant. Try to understand. Shinde is definitely, although he has got 57 legislators, but he is much more worried about the consolidation under the BJP rule. That's a key question now. Try to understand, after the government is formed, maybe in Jan to March, during those 3 months, there will be huge kind of a mini assembly elections that is going to take place. 25 municipal corporations, more than 25 Jilla Parishads, and couple of, maybe few hundred, if I'm correct, 298 Nagar Parishads and couple of other civic bodies. In that, BJP will certainly have its own play. And how to tackle that is definitely a worry. Although they are in an alliance, but Shinde is worried about how to get along with the BJP dominance. And that's it's a kind of a major issue which is prevailing within the Shiv Sena. And the last word I will say, and then we'll continue the discussion, quite interesting for Mr. Shinde, because, under his chief ministership, the manner in which he has changed the face of the governance and the administration, giving out a lot of dole-outs, freebies, appearing himself as a common man chief minister, he does not want to get, aside from this kind of a scenario wherein he will continue to be just one of the ministers in the cabinet led by Devendra Fadnavis. And that's going to be a major issue which they have yet to settle down and ultimately arrive at the government formation. And just one thing, very interestingly, considering the 288 members of the legislature, state assembly, there is a restriction. Anurag also knows that. Only 43 ministers can be inducted in the state cabinet. Considering the BJP's 132 strength, they will certainly go in between 20 to 22, ministerial berths. So in that scenario, Mr. Shinde may have to settle down just on 11 or 12. And Dada has to settle at around just 9 and 10. Look at it. The expand that Mr. Shinde had got because of the chief minister's support, and now descending down to the deputy chief minister, along with this, not so key portfolios, I think that is going to be a matter of survival. How to stay afloat in the state politics and how to prevail over the BJP dominance is a key issue that is being internally discussed within the Shiv Sena.
All right. So, Mr. Sushil Vyas, I'll come to you now that I was listening to the off the record conversations of some journalists, and they said that Uday Sawant has already actually said that he makes some big announcement. Eknath Shinde will announce something in 24 hours. Are there plans? What could be that big announcement? Is it about walking out of the Mahayuti alliance, or you don't want to commit anything on that as of now?
And Niluji, the person who has led Mahayuti to a grand success can never be a dissenting voice in. So the Eknath Shinde, who is the person who in fact is the person behind the success of Maharashtra government. As Sanjay ji was just saying, last 2.5 years, he has never considered himself as a chief minister. He always considered himself as a common man. He, unlike his predecessor, he was not Facebook Live chief minister. He was face to face, anywhere, everywhere, whether it is North Maharashtra, Marathwada, Vidarbha, wherever people required him, he was there day and night. So he has made himself, his place is there. He has proved himself that he is a seasoned leader, and he is not worried about anything. As Sanjay ji was saying, he was compelled to say this and that. Please mind me saying that with respect, that the follower of Bala Saheb Thackeray can never be compelled to say anything. We will say whatever we feel like with preserving our self-respect. So in the larger interest of Mahayuti, Shinde ji came forward and held that press conference, and he said that there is no dissenting.
Oh, but Mr. Sushil Vyas, you will have to admit one thing, and that is that, BJP is trying to make out the most of this situation by sending out a message to all the press reporters and the media that, look, it is because of Eknath Shinde that the government formation has been held back. It's 7 days. 23rd November was the result day. Today is 30th November. 7 days have passed. We do not know when the government formation will take place. Of course, the announcement for the swearing in has been made for 5th of December, but who knows what is going to happen in between all these days?
Unfortunately, Niluji, recent years, few states where assembly elections have taken place, you just can check the record. Every 7 to 8 days have taken for a chief minister to take oath, in spite of majority being there in favor of one party or alliance. That is an unfortunate scenario. I agree with you. But as far as what you said, that the chief Eknath Shinde is hurdle in formation of government, that is a wrong narration, which I don't know who is trying to spread it out. But Eknath Shinde is a person who, in fact, is a cause of this victory, under whose leadership this election was fought, and successfully we won the election. And if that is the case, why BJP is not electing their legislative party leader? Is it possible, unless they elect their leader, to bring someone as a chief ministerial face before the people, or he can go to Raj Bhavan, take the oath? So what is H? So we have already done it. As Sanjay ji said, Ajit Rao Pawar has done it on the very same day. We have elected our leader next day. Why BJP is not electing their leader? So unless they elect their leader, then how can ABC becomes hurdle? Unless you don't elect your leader, and then you say that he's becoming hurdle. That is, you come out with your face.
The point is it about electing the leader? Each of the alliance partners will elect the leader, or they are going to root in for the CM candidate, that who the CM will be?
No. That constitutional provision is that all newly elected legislature, they have to come and sit together, and then formally have to elect a leader, and who will go to Raj Bhavan and stake claim to form a ministry, and then governor will invite him to take oath as a chief minister. So unless that leadership is decided, how can somebody say that who is becoming hurdle and who is not cooperating with yourself? But otherwise, in my view, Mahayuti is strongly united. There is no displeasure, no dissent.
Now I'll take the concluding comments from Anuragji and Sanjay. Anurag, I'll come to you now. That what would you really say now? What can we expect in the next 2 to 3 days, and especially given the fact that now 5th December would be the swearing in?
Firstly, I would like to answer what Sushil ji has said, that BJP should elect their leader. If you recollect 4th June elections, Lok Sabha elections, BJP never held MPs or parliamentary board meeting and elected Modi as a leader. Firstly, all NDA party meeting took place, and they they went to president and they approached for the Modi as a prime minister. So in this case, what picture we have seen 2 days back, the party high command, Amit Shah, with Fadnavis at the left, and very sad and depressed Shinde at right. Photo optics were given a very wide kind of publicity in Maharashtra public. So in this case, BJP, Amit Shah, Modi, they are the decision makers, but they have one worry. They don't want to annoy Shinde, not because of Maharashtra. The Shiv Sena will take, Shiv Sena's worries are different, but Modi and Shah's worries are different. If they annoy Shinde and he walked out, or if message given to the NDA partners, because in Delhi, Modi government has still 240 seats and they are in minority. So they don't want to give message to Chandrababu Naidu, Nitish Kumar, that we are not good partners, and that's why they may give some important post to the our Shinde ji. But Shinde is an ambitious man. He has a robust common sense, and if you see his upbringing, he was a very ordinary rickshaw. He used to drive rickshaw in Thane. So his upward mobility, his patriotic rise is commendable. And the way he ran the administration, Sushilji has rightly said that he was not a Facebook chief minister. He was real face-to-face chief minister. And in Varsha, if you see the, I think I would seen some data that mostly the lunch and the breakfast at Varsha chief minister's house was so expensive because he was treating anybody who goes to Varsha, with dinner, lunch, and breakfast. So he was very popular, very good administrator. He has done good work. So I feel that Shinde has another point that he can be,
Right.
if Shinde's presence can lead to the not rise of the Uddhav Thackeray. So the relationship, Shinde's power is Uddhav Thackeray's downfall also. If BJP mistreated with him, then BJP will be the big loser and at Delhi and in Mumbai. So they know the power of Eknath Shinde. Although BJP created him, they funded him, but now he is a difficult cookie now. Is difficult days for BJP.
All right. So, Sanjay, concluding remarks on this whole political deadlock we are seeing within the Mahayuti government, and can it lead to something serious, or you find that things will work out somehow? And who will do the talking if he's refusing to speak to any of the BJP leaders, which means that even if the central leadership of BJP wants, Shinde won't speak. So what happens now?
Nilu, the stalemate is definitely there, but we believe, as per our sources, by Monday, all the necessary formalities will be completed. Try to understand, Nilu, this is not BJP looking at this 2024 mandate only. Mr. Shah, at one of the rallies in Sambhaji Nagar, which is previously known as Aurangabad, has categorically said and told the party members to get ready for Shat Pratishat BJP in 2029. BJP is not here just, for the sake of 2024 mandate and the following, structure of the government. They have already lined up their plan, basically get into the mode and the objective of Shat Pratishat. So in any case, even though they will continue to project Mahayuti is intact, Mahayuti is stronger, we have already checkmated and demolished our rivals, they are certainly looking at BJP's dominance to further consolidate. Shinde will follow the line. So Ajit Pawar is quite happy that he has quote unquote demolished his uncle. So he is happy that he will be able to piggyback along with the BJP and try to increase his party's presence. But for Shinde, he will have to take all the necessary steps not to be overshadowed by BJP, to get into that mode of suppression. But at the same time, as he claimed that the election results have proved that ours is a real Shiv Sena, so it is a kind of a big fight for Shiv Sena and Mr. Shinde to remain relevant under the dominance of BJP. It's going to be quite interesting and tricky scenario, but as you rightly said, in next 2 to 3 days are going to be quite crucial to for Mahayuti to arrive at this understanding and to just come over of the stalemate. And I strongly believe that they will ultimately, Shinde will follow the line and he will get into whatever the government formation and whatnot.
All right. That's $1 million question. That will Shinde fall in line and will he agree
Thanks
to
now.
whatever BJP says? Thank you so much, Sushil Vyas, Anurag Chaturvedi, Sanjay Jog. It is wonderful to have you on the program, and one appeal to the viewers who are watching this discussion: subscribe to our channel, send us your feedback, and stay tuned to The Federal.